Alex here. Hope all's well. Broadcasting today from the beautiful River Lee in north-east London. I wanted to spend a bit of time today just going over the process of hypnotherapy rather than going into too much depth about what it's all about. There is a temptation, in particular with hypnotherapists themselves, to wax lyrical about the conscious and the subconscious, the ego and the id. Why? Because that's what they're into. Thing is that they forget their subjects aren't really into that as well. So today we're going to blow all the cobwebs away and just give an idea of what the process is and why it works. First, though, please just take a millisecond to press the subscribe button. I can't say that I've ever been smothered by emails or such like to all the sites I've subscribed to, and it makes a big difference in those famous search engines everyone's always talking about. So please go for it, just down there. So here's all about hypnotherapy without the mystical gubbins. It's just 4 steps. Step 1, relaxing. Step 2, deepening. Step 3, the topic. Step 4, waking up. 4 steps. So each of these points in turn. Step 1, relaxing. Let's face it, everyone wants to relax sometimes. Even if you're Mike Tyson, there are times you want to chill, and that's just what stage 1 is all about. Just relax. It'll be about breathing deeply, being aware of your body, emptying your mind, all good stuff and useful too. There are lots of times you want to just stop that annoying mind of yours from nagging you to death, and practicing it is pretty useful. Another word for this is meditation or emptying it. Next stage sounds a bit more ominous though, deepening. It's really just putting images into that empty mind you've achieved in stage 1 to relax further. I like to put in images of rainforests or butterflies, leaves drifting down myself, but beaches, pools, waves work too, and descending steps down to a relaxing bed are really good. Probably if I just say, let's take a few deep breaths now and imagine sinking into a deep bed after a beautiful romantic evening, you know, that sort of thing. You'll get an idea of where steps 1 and 2 are going. Couple of breaths, close your eyes. Nice, isn't it? Yeah. So you'll find also that the more that you do it, the better you get at it. And so that if you're stressed out at work or someone's done something really annoying, you'll be able to calm yourself down and get to this relaxed state, which is a great thing to be able to do anyhow. Yoga is also a great way of getting yourself into this state, so long as you're doing it properly and not just thinking of it as a way to stretch your body. Yoga is all about breathing, relaxing and clearing your mind from thought. It's not about aggression and forcing yourself. Now, stage 3, the topic. Now, the previous 2 stages have, in essence, just been a sort of preparation for stage 3. If they've gone properly, you'll no longer be thinking about doing the shopping, that annoying thing that your boss said to you yesterday, about having to check your phone because everyone needs you so much. You just be in the moment, floating with no past or future, just now. Firstly, this is a lovely, relaxing state to be in. And secondly, it means that suggestions can be made to your deeper mind, your subconscious. 2 important things here. First, these are only suggestions, not controls. And the second thing is, if you don't get to this state, it's likely that your conscious mind will block any positive suggestions because of the negative programming that has been fed into you over the years. Now, what do I just mean about that? Let's take an example. A few years ago, I gave up smoking, and I found it incredibly easy. Why? Tremendous willpower, months of preparation, the threat of cancer, none of these things. I just read a book And at the end of it, I just didn't want to smoke anymore. I didn't feel like a smoker. I had no urge to smoke. I didn't hate smokers. In fact, if someone offers me a fag now, I'll probably just join in, and I won't want to start smoking again. The book was Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking, and I've put a lot. I've also heard that people attended his clinic and just listened to him waffle on all day, and then just walked out not feeling they wanted to have a cigarette anymore, and were no longer smokers. So what happened? I thought about this a lot, about what was contained actually in the book. And you know, the central thing is that it keeps on going on about how easy it is to stop smoking. You see, we are fed all the time how difficult it is to stop smoking, how much stress it will cause you, how addictive nicotine is, how you'll need patches, probably conveniently supplied by the tobacco companies, who are the ones making sure everybody is constantly blasted by how hard it is to stop smoking. But Carr picks it apart, each one of these myths. What's happened is that your subconscious has been tapped into, and it's been suggested to you that maybe society has been feeding you crap. Now, if the conscious mind had been present, probably it would have argued that that's not, because the NHS says and such like, that there would probably be a terrible pressure and you're going to have to preparation and everything like that. But I think it's because he's lecturing, he's relaxing your mind and it drifts. Probably similar for me when I was reading the book. So you see, that's how the stage 3 hypnosis works. The subconscious mind is filled with many things that are wrong, either that have been fed to you which are wrong, or things that you've worked out which are wrong. In particular, of course, You Exist deals with misinformation which was given to you or you deduced as a child, which is the most powerful learning part of your life. So if you were ignored, not loved, or constantly told how useless you were, it will affect you now, whether you consciously notice it or not. Most likely, you will have developed a coping mechanism based on a child's logic, which is, let's face it, probably not the best in the world. Would you let a child, say, run the United States, but an adult can do it? Though some would say that in that case the difference is marginal. So that's how the powerful recordings of You Exist work. You don't have to analyse yourself or work at it, you just relax. Let the subconscious take over and let your mind heal itself from all the negative thoughts that were planted there. So that's stage 3. The final stage, stage 4, is just bringing you up to speed again. Some people advocate going into sleep, but I've found that if you do that, often people are asleep before they even get to stage 3. And though the mind is still aware, if asleep, for example, if there's a loud noise, you immediately awake. There were lots of Russian tests into trying to teach people when they were asleep, and well, they couldn't. So I'm inclined to go that way. Instead, you'll be invited to awake full of energy with new enthusiasm for the world. Okay, that's all about hypnosis. That's the lot. There's another article on this site on how hypnosis works, which is a bit deeper. Have a look for that if you're intended to start putting together your own recordings, for example. Meantime, have a good one, and don't forget to press the subscribe button. As I say, you won't start getting emails, but it will mean that when people search this video, it will come up. Thanks very much. Have a good one.